Hey, yo, how's it going? It's your boy Chiefs Rays Bolts coming at you again with another Chiefs recap. Week 2 of the NFL season. Now, this was a historic game. We'll get into it for a couple reasons here in a second. But first, I just want to say another delayed Chiefs recap because I was also at this game. As you know, I was in Jacksonville last week for the season opener. Decided to go to Oakland for week 2 of the NFL season. Now, I'm not going to every Chiefs game, believe me. I'm probably not going to go to another one for a few weeks. And if I do, it'll probably be a game in Arrowhead. Hopefully, I'll go to an Arrowhead game this year. Haven't been since the home opener back in 2017 when the Chiefs beat the Eagles. So yeah, my Arrowhead visits have been on a small hiatus. But hopefully, I'll be back there soon. I was in Oakland this week, like I said, for a few historic reasons. The first reason being that this is the last NFL game ever that will be played on a baseball field. If you watch the highlights, you know, the Oakland Athletics, the MLB team, their season's still going on. At the start of every NFL season, the Raiders will play on the baseball field 1 or 2 times until the A's season finally ends, and then they get to take away the dirt from the field. Second reason, Chiefs and Raiders are 2 of the biggest rivals in the NFL. They have been rivals since the 1960s. So the Chiefs have been playing in the Oakland Coliseum since the 1960s. And this was the last time ever that the Chiefs will play their rival Raiders in the Oakland Coliseum. So those were the 2 historic aspects of it in which led me to wanting to go back to the Oakland Coliseum. Because if you watch my MLB vlog, the MLB West Coast Road Trip vlog, I said that I would never go back to Oakland Coliseum because I went there for a baseball game pretty recently. Said it was the only stadium I wouldn't go back to. 3 weeks later, I went back to it. So, only reason, those 2 historic aspects to it. The first quarter did not go so well for the Chiefs as the Oakland Raiders opened up the scoring with a 28-yard field goal, making it 3-0 Oakland. And then on their next drive, a 4-yard pass from Derek Carr to Tyrell Williams would be a touchdown for the 7. Oakland now takes a 10-3 lead, and that was the only scoring in the first quarter of the game. So obviously, you know, it was such a loud atmosphere. The Oakland fans, man, they are crazy, dude. They are so crazy. And I'm just saying this right now. If they were to stay in Oakland or whatever, I would not go back to an Oakland Raiders game in Oakland. Just, their fans are insane, dude. You know, you're walking around, you see a bunch of people with shirts that say "fuck the Chiefs" on it. After their first touchdown, which I just mentioned, the first quarter touchdown, right as that happened, all the fans started cheering "fuck AB, fuck AB." Yeah, so they were crazy. As I'm passing by, random fans would look at me and say, "Hey, fuck the Chiefs," and no other fan base like that in sports. I'm just saying, you know, I was in Jacksonville for the season opener 2 weeks ago, and their fans were nowhere near like that, man. You know, you had the occasional group that would look at you and go, "Duval, Duval," just a stupid ass chant, right? But that's the worst they would do. I mean, they didn't say, "Oh, your team sucks." They didn't even say your team sucks. The Raiders fans, they say "fuck the Chiefs." Second quarter, I went to this game for a historic aspect of it. Little did I know that I would watch history being played on the field. Patrick fucking Mahomes tosses for 4 touchdowns in 1 quarter, totaling 278 yards in 1 quarter. That many yards in 1 quarter has not been done since Drew Brees in 2008, and even then, those are the only 2 occasions, Drew Brees and Patrick Mahomes, in 40 years to throw for that many yards in 1 quarter. Twice in 40 years. We just witnessed it, folks. Patrick Mahomes continues to shine. He's so fun to watch, man. So fun to watch. Anyways, that first touchdown of the quarter would go to Demarcus Robinson, who had a career day. It was a 44-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes. Oakland still leading 10-7. Then the next Chiefs drive, Mecole Hardman would have his first touchdown in the NFL, and you've heard me say this, Mecole Hardman, he's going to be a really fun rookie to watch. Flashed crazy speed in the preseason, and he's an exciting young player. Travis Kelce would then have a 27-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes. 21-10 Chiefs, and then Demarcus Robinson with his second touchdown of the day. A 39-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes. 28-10 Kansas City in the second quarter after being down 10-0. There would not be a single point scored in the second half of this game, third or fourth quarter. Nothing was scored at all. This game could have easily been 45-10 Chiefs. However, Andy Reid, once he takes a lead, he doesn't like to be as aggressive. He takes a big lead and then just kind of backs off a little bit. That's what he was going for. He wasn't trying to run up the score or anything, but I'm just saying this game could have easily been 45-10 Chiefs. But 28-10 was the final here. Chiefs are 2-0 on the season. They play in their home opener, first game at Arrowhead in the season this next week against the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm expecting that game to be a nail-biter to the end. I think that's going to be a great matchup. A couple other things. The Chiefs could not, and I mean could not, get the running game going at all. In the entirety of the game, the Kansas City Chiefs totaled a whopping 31 rushing yards. That's it. It was pretty pathetic. But thankfully, the total of 443 passing yards made up for it. So it's just, we got to get this running game going. We got to figure that out. I know Eric Fisher was injured since the first quarter of the game, so I think that was a big part of why we couldn't get a running game going. Backup guy didn't do a very good job of blocking for the running backs. I'm just going to say this. Is it just me, or does it feel like the refs throw a penalty flag and then they go and discuss it with each other like they don't know what they just threw? Like, it happened in Jacksonville. It happened in Oakland. The refs, they throw a flag, and then they take forever to make the call. Like, I've never seen it this bad before, where they'll throw a flag, they'll huddle up, and they'll be like, all right, and then they'll waste time. 3 minutes goes by, and then they'll finally make the call. It's like, goddamn, why'd you even throw the flag if you don't know what you're going to call? I really hope they fix this, because it's really frustrating, especially in person, because you have to sit there in your seat, watch the TV breaks. I mean, when you're at home, the game feels like it goes a lot faster. When commercial comes on, you go take a piss, you go downstairs and grab another drink. You don't think much of it. But when you're watching it in person, you're just sitting in your seat where you're like, well, goddamn, how long is it going to take to get to the next snap? Like, it's brutal, the difference between watching a game at home versus watching a game in person. I know there's probably more I wanted to talk about, but football games, they last a while, so it's hard to remember everything. So with all that being said, the Chiefs are 2-0 on the season. They take week 2 in Oakland, and like I said, we'll be playing the Baltimore Ravens for their Arrowhead Stadium home opener this next weekend. So I will see you then. I won't be at that game, so the recap will be a lot faster. See you then. Go Chiefs. Peace out.